guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. Alexa, what's the time please?
It's 12:30 p.m.
12:30 p.m. So, I mean, my Saturday has been quite bloody peaceful actually. I can't believe it. It must be one of the first Saturdays where I've got up in the morning and I've just felt at peace with myself, you know, happy and contented. I've made myself 2 cups of coffee this morning, 2. I took Max out for a walk this morning and we went past Winston, possibly named after Winston Churchill, the dog. So we walked past Winston the dog, walked further on down past the co-op. Costa Coffee was packed. I walked onto the field. I couldn't take Max off the lead. It was jam-packed with people. There was a woman with grey hair walking with 2 men that had what looked like the cardigan I wore in a video a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? I wore this lovely hairy cardigan. It's actually very itchy. It's made of itchy material and I got it from Primark in Bluewater. And it itches me. And I wear it very rarely, just when I'm cold to heat my arms up. So I wore this cardigan, grey cardigan it was yesterday or the day before. And it's hairy, it's itchy, it's made of itchy material. So I wear it now and then to cover my arms up when I'm cold. That's what cardigans are for, I do believe. And I actually can't find it. That is weird. I can't find that cardigan I wore, but I wore a grey cardigan in one of my videos to keep myself warm. There was a woman with grey hair. Obviously, a lot of these women are older than me. They're about 60, 70, 80. So she was walking around with a gentleman with a cap and another man beside her. And they were walking around that way. Walked around this way. And then I noticed that behind me there was a young lad laughing. I didn't know what he was laughing at. I could hear sounds as well, but I mean, I just carry on walking. Turned round and had a look, and there was a young lad with his girlfriend, and there was an old lady of about 80 in a green anorak. So this old lady was like dragging behind I don't know whether it was the son and his girlfriend. And then they hooked up with an elderly fisherman who had a fishing rod in the water. So it was a family out fishing for the day. Very nice. So the field was quite packed. You get a lot of people coming to Rochester Riverside to fish, you know, to do a bit of fishing, which is nice. My son used to go fishing with his girlfriend, and I went fishing. The 3 of us went fishing together once. It's a very... it's a nice hobby. You sit down and you just can wait hours to catch a fish. But in the cold it can be very freezing. You can get cold and shivery and need a jacket and a coat on and things like that. So if you don't mind sitting fishing for hours, it's a nice hobby. It's not one of my hobbies. I've got no fishing rods in my flat. I don't go fishing. I'm more of a person that's into art, visual, watching comedies, DVDs, reading books. I love my books, audio on Alexa. I've got numerous books on the Alexa Audible app. So I'm more like solitary, you know, solitary. I like playing Patience, the card game. And chess against the computer, things like that. That's me. I'm not one for hooking up with loads of people, because I was brought up in a solitary environment. So I don't like crowds of people. I don't like being smothered. I like to be alone a lot of the time and get on with what I'm doing. That's me. So I walked past the fisherman, walked around the field. There was a grey-haired man with a black and white dog. Walked that way. I think that was Betty. I'm not sure. think that was the guy with the dog called Betty, which is short for Elizabeth. Walked around the fields, more people were coming onto it, couples with dogs. Max is a very yappy dog. He likes to make himself known. I don't like it, but he does. He sees a dog, yap, and that's it. Can't get a person near me because he likes all the attention, or he's warning me that somebody's there, which is fair enough. So I came back, walked around the back of the flats, came into my flat after coming up in the lift, ignoring nuisances, minor nuisances, which means people coughing, making silly noises when I'm just trying to be quiet, and just carry on with my life on my own. My mum had called me in the morning, as I said. She says, "This is me, your mother Jennifer, calling from my landline phone to you, to Genestra, who is Crystal," which is confusing, to make sure you're having a good day. And a good day to me is having peace and quiet, getting through a good book, watching a good film, having time to play and with Max, like, dogs need attention as much as human beings, and I do reward Max for being good company for me. And now it is time to cook my lunch. I'm solitary, I live by myself, I cook my own dinners. Nothing wrong with that. Today it's a giant baked potato, a giant spud, an enormous pomme de terre. Apple of the earth is a baked potato in French. Apple of the earth. Alexa, what is a pomme de terre?
Here's what I found.
She's telling me. She's not telling me out loud. A French word for potato is la pomme de terre. So here we have a large pomme de terre, or la pomme de terre. There we go. A large spud potato. It's enormous, isn't it? So I've got a choice, guys. I've got a choice of tuna, beans, coleslaw. So, versatile spud. Like a loaf of bread, as someone said yesterday. You've got a loaf of bread. That's your lunch, your breakfast, lunch, and your tea. So for lunch, you can have toast. Sorry, for breakfast, you can have jam on toast, honey on toast. Lunch, loaf of bread, you can have sandwiches, can't you? Ham sandwiches. Peanut butter sandwiches, yummy. And for tea, you can even try and make prawn toast, So a loaf of bread is versatile. So £1, if you're lucky these days, can buy you a loaf of bread. So you've got your breakfast, lunch, and your tea for under £1, right? Obviously, if you've got food to go with it, but you can toast it anyway. That is what my mother-in-law said. You'll never go hungry as long as you can put a loaf of bread on the table. Times are difficult. Times are hard. I'm not in the co-op every single day. Not now. I'm not after the prices have doubled and my gas goes off every couple of days. You might find me in the co-op every day. Times are hard. Money is short. And that's the way it is. And when people say to me, "Oh, Crystal, what are you doing today?" I'm sat indoors eating a baked potato, okay? Eating a giant spud. And I shall be walking the dog later. And to my mum Jennifer, who rings me 3 or 4 times a day, wishing me, Janestra Crystal, at the age of 54, to have a good day, I am eating a baked potato. I doubt if I'll get any posts, but no news is good news. I haven't spoken to a single solitary person in about 3 days now. So, Mum, I am being good, and I'm just going to get on with my day by myself, and I'll see everybody later.